Hello.
We're back.
Yes.
Oh, my. We wanted to take a break. We kind of figured out that it was almost getting into a clickbait podcast with all the topics, right?
Yeah, we were like sexy.
It
Like,
wasn't on purpose.
no, I think
Yeah.
it's natural to go into that because we see it as a natural thing because it's part of human connection. But I understand it was enough sex for a while.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I just looked at the topics.
Yes.
And I was like, Lucas, what is this? Everything is, yeah. But of course, when we talk about Tantra, it's natural to talk about sex, relationships, connection, and all that. But today, I wanted to tell our listeners about this beautiful gift you gave me.
Oh.
Actually, I need to bring it up. So it's this huge brick of a book called Tantra, Enlightenment to Revolution.
Yeah, it's the catalog of
the British
Museum. The British Museum made an exhibit about the history of Tantra, and Inma Ramos, she's the researcher that tried to recreate the history of Tantra from the very origins in the foots of the Himalayas until nowadays, and how it connected with not only with religion or spirituality, but also with politics and with great activists.
I thought the exhibition was pretty new.
Yes, it was last year.
Yeah. When we planned this podcast, it was before we launched it, but we had students in our physical studio in Oslo where they asked us, where can we read more about Tantra? Where can we get more like a overview?
Yes.
And it was a little bit hard because I wasn't used to talk about it, out there. So I had to go back, research books, and then we were kind of, what should we give the students in this world of Tantra? And then you sent me these YouTube videos.
Yes, that are
from the British Museum.
Yeah,
and we both felt that how they talked about Tantra was very aligned with the way we view it.
Yes, if you listeners out there are curious about this, you can Google British Museum Tantra exhibit, and you will have the playlist of these videos on YouTube, because the exhibit couldn't be visited.
Yeah.
Because the museums were closed during the pandemic in the UK. And they felt really sad about that because they got a lot of pieces that were on loan from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
And this is why they decided to share somehow this exhibition through YouTube videos.
Yeah, and some of the teachers, they had really good conversations.
Wow, the lectures are amazing.
I think it's actually some of the best conversations I heard on the topic. Yeah. And I feel like they have this good combination of being true to the authentic teachings, but at the same time bring it back to the world. That is a little bit of a... Even we have decided to make this podcast very low key and just in general warm up the audience a little bit about different things. And so, like you said, they can Google this and then it will open a world, I think, with fairy tales and all these characters that we haven't even started to speak about.
Yes, that's true.
Another thing we spoke about in the break is this exhibition. They take
they take from the ancient history.
They start with the ancient history,
and they move slowly into medieval history, modern, and end in contemporary.
Yeah. And it's super interesting if you feel like you have a connection with this tantric stuff and want to really go into the real deal. And what's funny is we have a teacher training called Meditation, Mindfulness, and Tantra, where we go into meditation practices, a little bit about tantric practices, but most like, we call it meditation and mindfulness. But we have a tantric approach to everything. But we decided to do it from the contemporary.
Yes. It's going from the west to the east, and from now to then.
Yeah.
It's like going back in time. I feel that way lots of people can connect with Tantra in a different way. And if you pay attention to the discussions that we had been having in the podcast since the first episode. It's like very now and then, now and here. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying, but
now and then, here and now.
Here and now. Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, that's what
it's
I wanted
so
to
in
say.
the present moment.
So in the present moment, and that makes it relatable. And when we started talking about ancient practices and everything, was when we already set the tone of what we wanted to talk. And I think that makes it more accessible to people, because if you say that looking at each other in the eye is tantric, and then you go for these tantric embrace practices and you tell the histories of the dakinis that enlightened the men, told that way, it makes sense, because it makes it relatable to your own experience, right? So when we started planning this teacher training, we usually try to think of a story we tell with the teachings that we put forward for our students. And I like this idea of starting today with a mindfulness that everyone knows, and then going towards the East and back in time and connect with the meditation and with Hinduism and the yoga, and then connect with Buddhism, and finally with Tantra. And you realize that this sort of red thread is present in everything. That Tantra is part of our lives, even if we don't consider that word part of our vocabulary.
Yeah. I think the challenge, even for viewers emailing us or asking about the podcast and more information about Tantra, most of the feedback is, I love the podcast, the way you share things, but I still don't get Tantra, still to this day. And I think we can share now, because we kind of have a loyal listener.
Yes, listeners base.
Yeah. We can share now that it's done on purpose. No,
Yeah.
I mean, we are doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
To talk about the everyday Tantra, like the teacher training, where we are building it from contemporary mindfulness, MBSR, and all these styles that are very known, because we feel like if you go in the wrong direction, if you start on the original practices, it will be very difficult to understand.
Because we have, we need to understand that our brain works on our beliefs and habits. So it will become very foreign, because it's a different way of seeing purpose in life. It's a different way of seeing enlightenment. So it makes a lot of sense that, okay, start with what you have. Start where you are, and move from there.
I think if some of the things resonate, you just trust that, oh, this is resonating with me, and then you slowly but gently dig into, and then you will get deeper and deeper and deeper, or in this case, you will get further and further back in time.
Yes.
And one day you will end up in the original teachings from the East.
It's very hard to leave your life and go into a monastery with practices that had been designed thousands of years ago. But it's really possible for you to sit with other people that live in a city, come here for a weekend, sit down, share things that will connect you more with you, and the more confident you are with how your body feels, how your emotions express, how is the connection with others, you have this grounding base, so you can go back and go deep. I am really excited about that, because it's a way to bring Tantra into the Western world in a respectful way.
Yeah. So for our listeners who want to go all the way back to the original source, take a look at the British Museum exhibit.
Yes.
And now I am the owner of this beautiful book. So I will start reading too. I hope people really, I hope when people discover the unbelievable stories and the unbelievable heroes and women and everything and in the tantric history,
the
and
art,
the art
the
and
art connected to tantric history is amazing.
Yeah.
I am super excited about that.
Yeah.
But I hope.
But this conversation came out of this book.
Yeah.
This gift from you, and the words you wrote. It just kind of, in Tantra we talk about the inner fire or the inner flame. So all these small moments in life where you can lit that inner flame,
Yes.
and then really embrace it, make it bigger. You can do that in all sorts of situations.
For me, it's, sharing books is one of the most profound acts of love and respect that I can have. Books are, I'm a nerd. So for me to find the right book for the right person is...
Yeah, you could see I was like, what? And I have a lot of books too at home, but this book is like
It's a coffee table book.
It's a coffee table book, but it's not like a Vogue or Dior book that some of my girlfriends have. It's a Tantra coffee table book. Thank you.
With almost no naked people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.